This week's episode of Steve's Outdoor Adventures takes us to Namibia, Africa on a plains game safari. We'll join professional hunting consultant and show host Steve West and his daughter Randy on her first big game hunt as she and her dad travel the wilds of Namibia in pursuit of Africa's exotic plains game trophies. An African safari is a perfect way to hone a young hunter's skills on stand hunts and exciting spot and stalk hunts for Africa's cagey plains game trophies. Join us on safari on another exciting episode of Steve's Outdoor Adventures.
I'm Steve West, professional hunting consultant, and these are my adventures.
Steve's Outdoor Adventures is sponsored by Burris Optics, Remington, Stormcloth 2, Scope Coat, Western Medical, Montana Decoy Company, and by thehunter.com.
Welcome to this week's episode of Steve's Outdoor Adventures. This week I'm headed back to Namibia with my daughter Randy as she continues her plains game safari for warthog, gemsbuck, and blessbuck. Randy continues her hot streak and puts on a clinic of shooting skills while harvesting some world-class trophies. As many of you might remember from past episodes, Randy had successfully stalked and harvested a blue wildebeest and a black wildebeest. Randy made difficult shots with perfect bullet placement, resulting in clean and ethical kills.
There you go, rack it again.
Our professional hunter Corny Kruger wanted us to go after a gemsbuck next. Their exclusive concessions have high populations of gemsbuck and some tremendous trophy quality. The gemsbuck is a powerfully built antelope and is easily recognizable by its magnificent V-shaped pair of horns, as well as its distinctive facial markings. Gemsbuck are superbly adapted to the arid regions and can survive in some of the hottest places on Earth without drinking water. An amazing fact is that during the sizzling heat of the day, the rapid inflow and outflow of air created by the gemsbuck's panting passes over a delicate network of blood vessels, cooling the flow of blood to the brain. At this time, however, the body temperature is allowed to rise, obviating the need to perspire, and thus conserving water. Gemsbuck are probably the most populous animal in our concessions in Namibia. While we have amazing populations of wildebeest, springbuck, and other species, the gemsbuck are found absolutely everywhere and a main staple of every safari. We decided to switch gears and use a ground blind at a water hole during the middle of the day. The blind was a dried up and deteriorated water tank that served perfectly as a blind large enough for both Randy and I, plus our PH and the cameraman. A big crew for any blind. We were hunting in late July, which is actually the winter in the southern hemisphere, so the weather was not terribly warm. However, the animals still have to drink, and we didn't have to wait long before Randy got her shot at a big bull.
Great shot, Randy. You got him. He's going through the brush there. Just look at him.
Oh,
He's going down. He's down. Well done, girl. Well done.
Girl, you've been putting it on him this week.
I know.
Cornet, thank you.
Yeah, no, great job, Randy.
Oh, man.
What a shot.
You know, that was awesome, man. The way he came in over there, and I couldn't see him. I was looking in my binoculars at the camera's viewfinder. And I was watching. That's how I watched everything go down. I had to stay low and back, you know, so I'm watching everything through the camera viewfinder. Well,
but he took forever to come in.
Give
a couple of steps and stop and give us a couple of steps.
Were you excited?
Well, let's go get him, yeah.
Do you want to go see him right now? I was just wondering if you were excited.
Yeah.
Let's go find him.
Let's go find him.
Stay tuned to Steve's Outdoor Adventures. When we return, we'll take a closer look at Randy's trophy gemsbuck in Africa.
A couple of steps to wind down. That's what happens when you shoot in the right place.
Just check at the edges, even with the barrel there. He looks stone dead to me. Well done. Well done.
Good job.
That's some good shooting.
I'm so proud of you.
That's some good shooting, Randy.
She's got so many animals on this trip. She's doing fantastic. That's a big, heavy bull too. Grab him. Pick up his horns. Let's see him.
Let's look at him. Yeah, great bull.
You know,
see how old he is.
these are very, very, very tough animals. I mean, the reputation in Africa is that they take multiple rounds to put down. Randy hit him one time in the point of the shoulder. He didn't go 30 yards from the point of entry. I mean, that was it. I mean, just bang in here and it was done. Awesome. 3-5. Thanks again for me.
It's a big pleasure, Steve.
It's a fantastic trophy. He's heavy and long and everything you want in a gemsbuck.
He's a beautiful, beautiful gemsbuck.
Shot placement is extremely important on African game animals. They're extremely tough and require a quality bullet and even more precise bullet placement. On the gemsbuck, we chose to aim for the point of the shoulder, which not only breaks the animal down, but allows the bullet to pass through the vitals. In this case, Randy's bullet placement was perfect, and the giant bull ran only a short distance before expiring.
Another fantastic day here in Namibia. You know, this morning we woke up and knew we were going to go to some ground blinds. This particular ranch is very flat and brushy. We went here to a big stone, dry, old water tank. It's got a great location right next to a water hole. And Randy, it was her turn. She was up on the bag watching. This gemsbuck came out. Just wouldn't quite show himself all the way. He's kind of snaking in and out of the trees, skirting the area. Finally stepped in between two trees, what, about 70 yards?
Yeah.
Randy put the crosshair right on the point of his shoulder and hit him hard. He ran over here about 30 yards and went down. He was down in seconds. It was fantastic. Another great hunt here with Corne Kruger, Omoeve Safaris. Can't say enough good things about him, and I hardly wait to get back out in the field and continue hunting because I have yet to get a gemsbuck, and I can only hope that I can get one this good.
This week I want to talk to you about something very important, the recruitment of young people to the hunting and shooting sports. This is where we've lost our numbers over the last 10 to 20 years. When I was growing up, I remember half the kids in our school were gone during the opening week of rifle deer season. The teachers talked openly with us about the deer they had shot on opening day, and it was not uncommon for a student to refinish a rifle stock in shop class. Boy, have times changed. Now it seems that we lose our kids to video games well before they reach an age when they can legally even participate in the hunt. This is one of the main reasons why I reached out to the folks at Emote Games to partner with them on their new and exciting hunting video game, thehunter.com. If our kids are going to be playing video games, let's direct them to play a video game that sparks their interest in hunting. I believe that we need to push our kids away from the violent and uncensored video games that promote stealing cars, drive-by shootings, murder, or in some cases even sex and gang warfare. These games are destructive and lead our kids down the wrong path in life. Not to mention the fact that these games are expensive. TheHunter.com is easy to download to your home PC, and basic levels of play are absolutely free. TheHunter.com is also not just for kids. They have tens of thousands of online members, and many of them are adults. This is a safe, enjoyable website with online forums to help new players find their way through the game. And remember to look up my personal blog, and I participate in online forums nearly every day. TheHunter.com just might be the video game that helps us save our hunting heritage by sparking an interest in hunting at a young age in millions of kids across America.
There's a link to the game from our TV show website listed at the end of the program, and we're running some special promotions on the site to recruit new players. We look forward to seeing many of you in the online hunting community and working together to grow our sport. And that was your Steve's Outdoor Adventures Tip of the Week. Now back to the show.
We had started to see a lot of warthogs at the water holes during the middle of the day, and this was an animal that both Randy and I wanted to harvest while we were on our safari. We set up in a big ground blind and put our cameraman and PH in an adjoining double bull blind. And this is where things got interesting.
We're set up here in a ground blind at a water hole. We're primarily hunting for kudu, gemsbuck, and warthogs. They've been seeing a lot of them here, so we're pretty hopeful for this afternoon.
You see, Randy had been making some pretty awesome shots, and she started bragging about how she could outshoot Dad. So we decided to have a little shootout and see who could make the best shot on a warthog. Randy had the first shot, and we looked at a lot of warthogs. I mean, this water hole was a revolving door for the pigs, and some of them put on quite a show before going back into the brush. Warthogs might not be the most attractive plains game animal, but they're a lot of fun to hunt, and I highly recommend adding a warthog to your personal list while on a safari. After watching several warthogs moving in and out of the water hole, we finally spotted a big mature warthog that came into view, and he presented Randy with a perfect shot opportunity.
On the shoulder. Yeah, on.
Very nice.
Yes, you got him. You got him. Way to go. He's a big pig. Ah, little high five. Come on. She's one of the best shots I know.
It's the third drop I've gotten.
She is dropping them with one shot. That's a big pig. Cornette was right. We needed to wait until we got a bigger one. He's a good one. I'll be hard pressed to get one bigger than that. That's a pretty good one. Ready to go look at him? Oh yeah.
See, that's why I told you to wait. That's a pig.
That's a pig. That's a pig now. We've been set up in ground blinds just about 100 yards from here, watching several of these warthogs come in and out of the water hole. Unfortunately, so many of them were just young and female. No real shooters until this one appeared on the edge of the grass along the pond. Finally, he worked his way out from underneath the trees, came to the water's edge, and Randy made another spectacular shot here in Africa. Her 7mm08 topped with the Burris Ballistic Plex rifle scope. She put it right on the quarter of the shore facing her. He dropped instantly right in the water, and this is a whale of a warthog. Anybody that can get a warthog this big has collected one fine trophy, and I couldn't be more proud of my daughter. All of her hard work and practice prior to coming over here on safari is paying off, and she's having a series of one-shot kills on some magnificent trophies. It's an experience that everyone should be able to enjoy in their lifetime, and just a wonderful warthog, probably one of the best trophies in all of Africa. Once again, I can't be more proud of my daughter, and I'm looking forward to spending the rest of the safari out here watching her take down some trophy game.
Stay tuned to Steve's Outdoor Adventures. When we return, Steve West gets his shot at a huge warthog in Namibia.